Welcome back again, and under this session we will be discussing about variables. Variables are very important for storing information. The declaration names of the variables must be unique and could start with a letter or underscore, but no white space or special characters. It's pretty much the same as in the C# programming language or other programming languages. Basic data types that we're going to basically declare right here will be the following: integer, double, char, string, and well, integer could be, for example, 1, 2, 3 or minus 1, 2, 3, for example. Double could be, for example, 12.50 or obviously minus 12.50, right? Char represents one letter, for example, right? Okay, and it's always surrounded by single brackets. String is a sentence or group of chars. Hello world, right? But it is always surrounded by double quotes, okay? And bool represents a logic behavior, and it represents true or false, okay? Now keep in mind one thing: true equals to 1 and false equals to 0. So that's what most of the functions when writing under the C# will return. Okay, so that's very, very important. If you can take a look about the structure of the variables, the variable types, data types, they are pretty much the same as under the C# programming language. And again, this course assumes that you are knowledgeable in C# in order for you to understand what the differences are between the C++ and C# programming language. Let's start by declaring some string variables. So for example, let's declare a string, a variable of a type string and a name actually, okay? And then we said that the value would be surrounded by double brackets, and every single line of a would actually finish with a semicolon, right? But now, although we've already assigned and initialized the variable name, okay, and we have assigned this value, which is John, to name of a type string, we can always reassign another value to the same variable, sort of the same as under the C#. We can also use this in order to print the next element on the second new line. Okay, so basically this line overrides the first line, this one right here. Okay, and then so what's going to happen at this point is the if we are to print out the value of this variable, we're going to get a Monica. All right, let's see how to do this. So we said we use count and to less sign, and then we just type in name. That's quite enough for this point, and let's see what we get. Okay, so we can see that Monica overrode the initial value John. Okay, hence Monica was presented to us instead of John. Okay, so basically how does a C++ program works? Well, it's the same as a C# program. So the logic will start from the first line. The compiler will start interpreting the first line. Then it will jump to the next line, which is, oh, okay, using namespace std. It will go to the third one, it's empty. It will jump onto the next one, which is integer main. And then this is when it realizes actually, okay, this is our main function right here. We have some comments right here, and I'm going to discuss about the types of commenting shortly, okay? And then we have declaration of a string variable right here, and assigning of a variable, which is static assignment of a variable, which is John, and then we have overwriting of John to Monica until final printing of the variable name, okay? So that's how the compiler works, and then it gets right here to sin.get function, and it stops right here. Okay, so because that's what we wanted it to do, right? In first place. Now, I mentioned something about comments. This is how you do single comments, okay? But let's say I'd like to do group comments. So these are the two options to do comment. This is group comment, right? Because I had multiple selected lines, all right? So that's what happened. It helped me, and by using this functionality, you're able to add multiple comments or commenting structure. Skip it this way at this point, and let's just continue with our observations. Now, uh, let's do this. Now, after we have printed name, let's assign a new name, and let's call it Jessica, just like that. Okay, and let's close it with semicolon. Okay, and then let's declare another variable of a type integer, and let's say that this one is called my age, okay? And then let's assign a variable to my age equals to 30, all right? And let's just print this out. All right, so just okay, so I'd like to make this one a little bit more fancy. So my name is which one? Name, right? The name that we're going to get from the name variable. Okay, and I am my age, for example, 30 years old. All right, 30 years old dash, and I'll put new lines right here. Only one is fine, and then just let's do semicolon to close this line. And since it is complaining, I'm probably missing something. So count, no count, but count, C-O-U-T, okay? So if I hit F5 or Control F5 to avoid the debugging process, then I will get, my name is Jessica and I'm 30 years old, okay? So keep in mind how we did this right here. It's very, very simple, isn't it? Let's continue with other types of data types so that you can understand it better. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out the previous work. All right, and what I'm going to say is ball is active, all right, equals to true, right? Keep in mind that this variable will print out 1 for true and 0 for false. All right, we'll see that. And then let's declare a char, press key. And then press key equals to a char. Okay. And then let's declare another one called float invoice total, which equals to 55.548 50. All right. Then let's just print out everything. So what we have right here is count, not count. Keep in mind that. So we have count, and I will type in is active, and then I will do is active here. Okay. It's not that difficult, is it? Press key, then I will say. Press key. And then I will say which one. Oops, press key. Okay, and then like that. And I will say, and I would say this too. I'm sorry. Press key. And then I would say invoice total. Then invoice total. Okay. And then I like to put everything on a new line after that. Simple as that. Let's see what we get. Okay. Watch right here. So is active. Oh, instead of true, we were printed 1, as I've told you before. Press key V of a type char and invoice total of 55,548.5. Okay. Simple as that.